All right, today I'm going to show you how to sew or fix a hole in a pair of pants. Right here, I have a pair of pants right here that have quite a sizable hole in the back, and I just want to get some more wear out of these pairs of pants right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to examine the hole, just take a look at it, and then I'm going to take the pair of pants and then I'm going to flip them inside out. Okay, so you want to flip whatever garment that you have inside out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Flip them out starting right here, one leg at a time. And the purpose of flipping them inside out is because you want the stitch to not be that noticeable. It may be noticeable a little bit, but you want to minimize that as much as possible. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead. And so right here, I have the pants right here. And so what I'm going to do, some people like to try to, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see this a little bit better. Some people tried, they either cut these fibers right here that aren't really useful anymore. However, I think I may try to keep these in place because even though they look frayed, they still can serve some sort of support for the jeans. So I'm going to attempt it first, but I may end up cutting it. And so what I'm going to do is, let me zoom out a little bit. I'm going to take the pants, and what you're going to do is you're going to take the area that needs to be stitched, and you're going to pinch it together like this. So you have, so you bring them together, okay? And so you're going to start in an area. Now, when I start with the needle and thread, I have a needle and thread. I have about maybe a foot long of needle and thread right here. Maybe I can get a longer piece, but I'm going to start off with this. I may need a longer piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start actually away from the actual tear because this part is strong right here where the tear is not, okay? So I want to start there. I have my needle and thread and I have a knot at the end of my thread right here, okay? Which will hold it in place. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go through this, all right? And by doing this, it's secure place. That's where to start. That's where the strength is going to be for the end of the piece of thread. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pinch this together. And then I'm going to go back and forth, and come as close to the edge as possible on the tear. You don't want to go too close to the end because if you do, you won't be really stitching anything. And you see that? I'm just going to keep on going back and forth all the way through. Now, one of the key features with doing this is, let me zoom out so I don't get you off screen too much. The closer that your stitch is, the actual stronger the job or the stronger the stitching will be. It will take a little bit longer, but you can assure yourself you have a good stitch job that won't come apart. You know what? I'm actually gonna, I talked about it. I'm gonna cut the fray material away so I can see a little bit better. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this away. To me, that's more important right now. So I'm just gonna cut the frays away, the loose frays of material away. All right, so I have that cut away. And I'm just going to continue stitching like right here. Just going to keep on going. Back and forth, back and forth. See this? All right, so I'm going to cut the video for a second. And when I come back, I'm going to show you, okay, a little bit more of what I've done because I don't want to bore you all like with this. So I'm just going to go back and forth like this. In and out. Make sure you get all the way in and out. And just keep on doing this until you get to the end. Some people tend to go all the way to one end and then back the other to make it super strong. I don't feel like it's necessary, especially like these jeans. They're almost to the end of their life. I don't think it's super necessary for these right here. These pairs of jeans, this pair of jeans have held me up for several years, which is good. A couple of years, which is really good. So they got their money's worth in it, and it's just like I'm trying to extend it a little bit more. I might wear these jeans just around the house to do like housework, to pick up. All right, just keep on sewing this in and in. I'm getting closer to the middle area where the seam is. All right, I'm just gonna go in and out. And you notice I found some thread of a similar color. These are gray pants, and I wanted to get a piece of thread that matched it, because if you get a black piece of thread or something else, some stitching may show, and it won't look the most pleasing if it's off color. It makes things more noticeable, and that's something you don't want when you're stitching. You want to make it look as original as possible, which can be difficult, especially like when you have a tear as large as I'm dealing with right here. All right, so I'm just going to keep on going back and forth. All right, and I'm almost to the edge right here. So I'm gonna keep on going. As I get closer to the edge, I'm gonna try to remember to line this up. All right, line it up so it looks even. And when it gets to the edge, I'm going to tie it off. And hopefully this looks good. I may need to go back in and do another round at it, but I may not. It just depends on how it looks. To be safe and secure, you should probably do one trip forward and one trip back, just to make sure that it is secure. If I were doing something that were newer, I would actually, without hesitation, go back and forth. One thing to notice is if you keep going, you try to align the thread up, or try to line both tears up, ends of the tears up, so it comes out even. I'm trying to do it. All right, almost to the edge. All right, and as I get towards the end, I want to end on a solid piece of fabric. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit closer to the seam. Gonna go in like this. And then what I do is kind of go in right here in the loop, tie it down like that, and then I'm gonna make a knot to secure everything in place. Like that. And then do a double knot like that. All right, and I'm gonna cut this, and then I'm gonna see what I'm working with. I'm actually gonna go in again, and then go in again through here, and do it again just for extra security. All right, and then tie it again. Like this. All right, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. I'm gonna leave a little bit of thread just in case I need to go in and make another tie. So let me go ahead and flip these inside out and see what happened. All right. All right, so this is what the stitch looks like. It's a quick stitch, as you can see right here. All right, and that's how you stitch some pants up really nicely. Missed the area. I'm gonna go back in and fix that a little bit. But that's how you stitch pants. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks a lot for watching.